Om Shanti and good afternoon. Apologies for the delay. Situation not in our control. Left on time, but that's the journey of life. You can plan something, you can put in your best effort to execute your plan. You want to achieve your goal, but anything can happen on the way. And what happens on the way is not in our control. But the only thing which is in our control at that time is the state of the mind while we are not being able to achieve our goal. Till date we said when situation is not in our control, obviously that will have an effect on our mind. And so whenever there was a crisis outside, it automatically meant there was a turbulence inside. And so as we were growing in terms of technology and profitability and success, that we obviously were going to have challenges on the way. But they were meant to be only challenges outside. There were going to be obstacles outside. Even people could become obstacles on the journey. So obstacles were meant to be outside. They are there and they will always be there. But the only thing that we did with every obstacle outside, we created an energy blockage inside. My free-flowing energy of harmony, love, peace, understanding, forgiveness, compassion, this got blocked and got replaced by stress, anxiety, anger, fear. And every time there was a crisis outside, this energy blockage started getting created. And after some time, that became my way of living. So today, we don't need a crisis outside to create a turbulence inside. There can be everything perfect outside, but we could not be very happy inside. Because over a period of time, that energy blockage has now become my personality. And we have reached a stage where we are now saying, this is natural. Today, doctors all over the world are saying stress is natural. And they even go to an extent of saying some amount of stress is good. Use stress. So what was not being taken care of, and over a period of time, because majority of us were experiencing, we started saying this is good, this is natural, and even started saying this is necessary. And so we're doing nothing, absolutely nothing, to heal ourselves. And then disease in the mind, and energy blockage in the mind, started manifesting as energy blockage in the body. And then we said, hypertension, natural. Diabetes, natural. High cholesterol, natural. Then it started manifesting as blockage in relationships. So we started saying conflict, natural. Generation gap, natural. Divorce also, natural. Today depression also, natural. Natural. The other day somebody was sharing that 1 in every 3 is suffering from some kind of a mental illness today. When it's 1 in every 3, and many of us not aware about it, that would mean on an average 1 in every family. And when 1 in every family starts suffering from any kind of a mental illness, which means it's affecting the entire family. So we are heading towards an epidemic. But even then, we don't seem to be wanting to do anything about it because we said it's natural. And most important, we said everyone is feeling the same, so how can there be anything wrong with it? This is it. And everything was called natural because there were obstacles outside, challenges outside. Today you ask why children under stress? Because competition. So every time the finger was getting pointed outside. Now when we say balance sheet of life, one is balance sheet of your business. So every transaction, we know which way, where we are going to put it, whether it's in the credit or in the debit. And then at the end of the year, we have something that we will carry forward. What would balance sheet of life mean? What thought comes to your mind when we hear the word balance sheet of life? रोज तो बैलेंस शीट यूज करते हैं, but what would balance sheet of life mean? What would it mean? हाँ जी? A bottom line of? Bottom line of what? Bottom line, yes, of? Good deed and bad deed. Okay. And? हाँ जी? अच्छा, balance in life. Okay. What else? What will balance sheet of life be?
We carry forward what we have.
We carry forward what we have. Even when we say good deed and bad deed, the definition of good deed and bad deed will also be decided by me. There is no universal definition of what is a good deed and a bad deed. If someone has made a mistake and it's affected my company in some way, so to shout at that person, to get angry with that person and to lose my control over that person is never put under the category of wrong deed. It's said this is natural. He made a mistake, so I lost control, I got angry, and anyways he should be shouted at. How will he learn otherwise? And so a lot of deeds, it's not about good or bad, right or wrong, it's about whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable for me. We are nobody here to decide this is right or this is wrong. But most important, every deed that I was performing, which started from the level of thought, my every thought, word and action, what effect was it having on me, my mind, body and my relationship? How many of us use anger in the whole day? I won't say how many of us get angry, I say how many of us use anger the entire day at work. Anyone uses anger here? All of us. Now if we had to put my every karma of anger, finally if I had to prepare my balance sheet at the end of the day of my life, and I had to put it in the columns that where does this energy that I created and I radiated out, which side does it go? So where will I put that karma of anger at the end of the day?
Negative. Negative.
It should be on the which side? Q. Why? It's bad karma. He made a mistake. So much loss in the company. How could I not shout at him? How bad karma? Why should I categorize something like this as bad karma? Not ethically, not morally, but what did it do to my soul power? Did this karma empower me, energize me, make me happy or healthy and a better relationship? Or did this karma deplete my power, increase my heart rate, cause me to go into a state of confusion and I lost control over my words, and sometimes I even lose control over my hands. There are people who can pick whatever is in their hand and tap. If nothing very big, the paper that is lying on the desk, stick it inside. I lost control over myself. And what's the energy that I created? That energy depleted me. It depleted me. It radiated to the opposite person. It depleted that soul. So now which side should I put it in the balance sheet? I only have to check my every karma on that basis. Whether that karma is charging my battery or that karma is discharging my battery. Because right and wrong has now become too difficult to decide. It's too difficult because we can have lots of arguments and lots of logic and lots of perspective that this is necessary, this is needed, this is right. The important is, did it energize me or did it deplete me? I have to check with every karma. So what would anger do to me? It would increase the profit of the company. You know what do we say? To get work done, this has to be done. We have to do it. If we don't do it, people will not listen. We have a lot of logic for it. So in order to increase the profit of my organization, what we have done in the last 20 years is we worked very hard, which was good. We worked very hard to progress, and we progressed. But what happened internally, we regressed. And why did we do that? Because we were not using the right method to progress. We were not using the right energy to progress. We said work should be done. Doesn't matter if I shout at them, work should be done. Work should be done. As long as work is done, it's okay. If he will not do it this way, so I have to shout at him. So work happened, profit increased, happiness reduced, health declined. Health industry progressed, but suffering increased, health declined. Relationships, most important aspect, the most beautiful part of our life, relationships, quality reduced, only because we were progressing outside without taking care of ourselves. It's like if we had worked on progressing outside without taking care of our health, physical health. Suppose we don't eat well, we don't exercise, we don't look after the body because we are working. So after 20 years, we will have a lot of money, but we will have disease with it. But is that because we were progressing? The other day somebody sent me a question which said, we were happier when we had lesser. We were much happier when we had lesser and we were leading a simple life. But does that mean we are unhappy because we have more now? Does that mean we are unhappy because we have more now? A lot of people say my mobile is the cause of my stress. How can a mobile be the cause of stress? It's a source of comfort and it will always be a source of comfort. It cannot become the cause of my stress. Important is the agitation and the anxiety that I create while using it. Earlier, if we had to travel from one city to the other with no mobile, no internet, no email, maybe no telephone also. And then we would go from Mumbai to Delhi by train, reach after 2 days, then reach there and write a letter back home to parents saying we've reached. And then the letter would reach after 1 week. But they knew that the letter will come after 9 days. And then 9 days were very peaceful. Today we take a flight of 2 hours and the flight has not touched the runway yet. And everybody's like, here we start switching on the mobiles, there the people at home are already trying. The air hostess has a tough time saying, wait for just 3 minutes more. We can't wait. Now, is the phone the cause of the stress? No. Is the phone the cause of the stress? No. It's here, the impatience, the agitation, the anxiety, lack of patience. Because everything is fast. I want this. Now, every time I'm doing this, I'm creating certain karmas, energy. And what we understand with spirituality is that I, the soul, on the journey of this life, my every karma is first having an effect on me. If I create anger and use it to get work done, who is the first person who's experiencing it? If I create anger and use it as a weapon to get work done, but who's the first person to experience the consequence of that anger? It's me. It's me. So directly, and then on the return journey, every karma will first have an effect on my energy. Every time we use anger, let's say I am heading a team of 50 people, only 50 people, and I have got used to this sanskar saying anger is needed to get work done. And so if I get angry 10 times today, how many times do I experience the negative energy?
10 times.
Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 10 times I create anger because of something that they have done. How many times do I experience the energy?
10 times.
How many times do they experience the energy? Only once. How many times do I experience the energy? 10 times while creating it. Every time I create anger, now, when I create anger and send it out to them, what are the kind of thoughts they will have for me? Now there, every thought sucks my energy. There, every thought that they will create while they are in pain, it's like connecting a discharged battery to yourself. It will suck your energy. Then they will go to their colleagues or friends and talk about me. And when they talk about me and those 5 people all create similar thoughts for me, they suck my energy. And the opposite. If she has made a mistake today and I just forgive and I say, it's okay, never mind, hota hai. It's okay, we'll take care of it next time. One, I'm light while I responded to her, and what are the kind of thoughts she'll create for me? These thoughts will energize me because she's now giving me good wishes and blessings for my karma. So every karma that I do, it empowers me or disempowers me while I'm doing it, but most important is the ripple effect that it creates in the chain that follows. Every negative thought that she creates discharges my battery. Every good wish that she creates for me charges my battery. Then she goes and shares it with 5 more people. They create a very nice thought for me and say, what a wonderful person, you made such a big mistake and he didn't say anything to you. Wonderful, God bless that soul. Oh, again I get another 5. And that ripple effect. Ripple effect is, and today in the age of communication and technology, ripple effect is much, much faster than what it used to be before. Much, much faster. You just shout at one person, they'll share it with their friends, share it with their spouse, and right when we are upset, the other day I was reading in the newspaper, so many relationships are breaking only because you have your mobile phone with you and you write it out while it's on your mind. Earlier, anger management used to teach us, if you're angry, just drink water. Count from 1 to 10. Because if you count from 1 to 10, by 10 your anger will be subsided. But if I have a phone in my hand and I don't count from 1 to 10, and hear the thought and I write it out, after writing it out, I'll regret what I have written. But it's already gone. It's already gone. So the ripple effect is much, much, much faster now. So the amount of energy that I'm getting from people around me is much, much, much higher than what it would be a few years ago before technology. But now it becomes risky. If it's a positive karma, the amount of energy you get will also be very high. But if it's the opposite, that will also be very high. So the karma will not be only while I'm doing it. If I had to get depleted only while getting angry, it would not be that much. It's the ripple effect that gets created after that. Every thought, we're all connected to each other by our thoughts. We're all connected to each other by our thoughts. So every thought that people have for us, it has an effect on our state of mind. And it has an effect on my balance sheet. What am I collecting on this journey of life? Am I collecting good wishes and blessings? Or am I collecting the opposite? There's no neutral. There's no neutral. So my every karma is creating one of these two. And so balance sheet of life says, at the end of the day, not at the end of life, at the end of the day, what have I earned? If while working, we had taken care that while earning money, I also have to earn good wishes. We had to earn both the things because we wanted both the things. जीवन में क्या क्या चाहिए? क्या क्या चाहिए? Happiness. नहीं, पहले क्या चाहिए? जीवन में क्या क्या चाहिए? Respect. और क्या चाहिए? Health. और क्या चाहिए?
Peace of mind.
Peace. और क्या चाहिए? पैसा नहीं चाहिए? पैसा नहीं चाहिए?
पैसा चाहिए.
Achievement नहीं चाहिए? नाम नहीं चाहिए, status नहीं चाहिए, position नहीं चाहिए, नहीं चाहिए. We already have it. Good one. Let's go back on the journey 20 years back when we started on wanting to have this. And at that time we said, ye chahiye, I want this. And the second line said, when I have this, I will automatically be happy. It was just that one line of programming which is responsible for the result we are in today. We said, when I have a good position, when I have this money, when I have this property, when I have this family, when I have, I will be happy. So the journey in the next 20 years became on only acquiring, and the mindset, acquire, because when you acquire, you will be happy. And today we say, we have everything. We have everything, but we don't have happiness. Everything that I acquired, whether that was position or whether that was wealth, was it supposed to give me happiness? Was it supposed to give me happiness?
Yes.
Let's say, for example, the chair that you're sitting on. It costs an X amount. Does this chair give us happiness?
Yes. Yeah, comfort.
It gives comfort. They were two different things. What did we do? Everything that gives us comfort, whether it's my bungalow, whether it's another bungalow, whether it's one car, whether it's 5 cars, and whether it's everything else that money can buy. Everything that gives me comfort, I said this will give me happiness. Today we are comfortable. Our life has never been so comfortable before. We are comfortable but not happy. Because we got everything that money can buy. But in the process, we lost a few things which money cannot buy. All that we had to do was on this journey, earn money and buy everything that money can buy, but also earn those things which money cannot buy, because we wanted both the things. We needed money and